Hello there. Welcome everyone to the PreDiet podcast. I am your host, Allie Virtue, functional medicine nutritionist and owner of Parkside Nutrition. What is the purpose of this podcast? Well, I aim to be sharing very valuable nutrition insights that everyone should know before they start any diet. Hence, PreDiet podcast. So diets work, but they also don't work. So this pre-diet focus allows me to share and educate on so many nutrition and lifestyle topics that I know will really help people improve their health without the need for another specific diet, whatever that may be for you. I am so confident that this information in the episodes to come will change your life for the better, that you probably won't ever need another diet or to diet again. That is my goal. Sounds pretty good, right? What can you expect from this podcast? Well, I aim to bring you weekly episodes full of lots of value in bite-sized form. And puns are always intended, by the way. So something that you can consume while driving, on your lunch break, maybe you're taking the dog for a walk. In other words, about 30 minutes or less. I will try to contain my brain, my nutrition nerd brain. We'll see how this goes. So a little bit more about me, about my background as a functional medicine nutritionist. So I got my bachelor's in biology with minor in chemistry from Western Oregon University, and my master's in human nutrition and functional medicine from Western States, and finished that up in 2018. But I started Parkside Nutrition a little bit before that, after college, when I had done some other nutrition coaching certifications and started a group program and things like that. So chronic nutrition nerd is what I like to say. So my passion for this subject really came from starting to learn about nutrition on my own. In college, I started to get more into health and wellness nutrition after taking an anatomy class, and after my sister did a nutrition challenge at her new CrossFit gym that she had just joined. And she did it mostly to get a free membership. I think she actually won the challenge because she had a pretty good transformation herself and ended up winning a free month of access to her CrossFit gym or membership to her CrossFit gym. So I thought that was pretty cool. The next time around, she asked me to do it with her, and I saw a lot of progress myself, not necessarily in weight loss. That wasn't really the goal, but in college, I actually used to have, college and high school, I used to have migraines that would impact my vision. So I couldn't really see, and I just have to stay in a dark room and try to sleep it off. And they were pretty detrimental, especially if you're trying to play college softball, right? So not very helpful. But even doing this, which was a Whole30 challenge at the time, I did it pretty half-assed. I didn't really think, but I saw a huge change and no other migraines. I literally didn't have any after that. So that was pretty impactful for me, but that got me a little bit more curious about nutrition. But I really seriously got curious about nutrition, or more passionate about it, when my dad was dying of cancer. He had cancer for about 14 years. He had kind of gone through the long list of therapies that were available, and chemo was kind of the last option, and that wasn't obviously doing the job. And his oncologist at the time, who he had complete faith in, and we liked him as a family and things, and he was very supportive, but he said, when I asked him about, what else can we do? You're doing these therapies in the hospital and, all this stuff, but what can we do at home? Maybe there's some nutrition or lifestyle things that we can work on, because you still got to eat anyway, right? And he said, nutrition only helps 5%, and it's not worth depriving yourself. And I will never forget those words, because I won't sit here and say that nutrition can cure cancer or, it can cure all diseases or anything like that, but we have to eat anyway. And why not empower people to make potentially better choices for their health, right? It might not all be the same for all of us, but we can try to make better choices so we feel better, we feel more resilient. And that's what I wanted to do. So that definitely changed my trajectory from conventional medicine. And I probably don't go totally down the hippie rabbit hole with this. I do feel like I'm pretty in the middle and moderate when it comes to functional medicine and nutritional approaches, but that definitely cemented my desire to teach people how to eat, to teach people to do, healthy lifestyle habits, instead of being on the team where they're saving your life, right, in the emergency room and with conventional medicine with those types of things. So I really wanted to be on the preventative side of things, and that's kind of where that journey got really started, and didn't really look back after that. So why am I starting this podcast? I've been in business since 2018, a little bit before that. Why now? Why 2025? Well, I've wanted to do this for a really, really long time, and I am no different than any other person. I procrastinate, I put things off, you tell yourself stories of like, it'll be too hard, blah, blah, blah. Well, I've wanted to do this for a really long time, and I'm very passionate about helping people feel more empowered with their own knowledge so they can make their own decisions about how they can impact their own health, because I believe that a lot of it is more within your control than what you might think. Yes, genetics plays a role, but the things that we do every day definitely impact our health and definitely impact our longevity. So why not have that knowledge in a very non-dogmatic, very hopefully neutral, stress-free delivery? That's my goal with this. So before I let you go, thank you for listening, number one. And then also here's a couple of fun facts or personal anecdotes to help us get to know each other a little bit better. First thing, I have 3 horses. I share them with my mom. I have 2 cats currently, 1 dog. I also live next to my mom on some acreage, which me and my husband absolutely love. It's been such a huge, huge, amazing thing in our lives. And I also have had to work hard for my health. So this hasn't come easy to me. I've been 30 pounds overweight in grad school for nutrition. So that was a good dose of humble pie, but I wouldn't have changed that experience for anything. I learned so much about myself and how to better help clients in the future. And then also a couple other things. So it is definitely, your health is definitely worth it. I'm glad I went through those struggles, but you never know what we're going to be dealt. So why not try to be the healthiest, strongest, most resilient human we possibly can? So hopefully I see you guys on the next episode, but stay tuned for more. Thank you so much for listening.